Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well on this Monday evening or whenever you are viewing this. And we're going to have our second semifinal matchup in our mini 4-team college tournament. And our second semifinal features the 1962 Alabama Crimson Tide and Joe Namath, who finished 10-1 and 5th in the polling, against the 1975 Ohio State Buckeyes, 11-1, and they finished 3rd in the polling that year. So it's going to be Joe Namath versus the dynamic duo of Archie Griffin and Pete Johnson. The winner will take on the winner of semifinal game number 1 between the 1963 midshipmen of the Naval Academy and the cadets of West Point from 1945. That game is up and on the channel, and what an outstanding game that was. So feel free to take a look at that game after this one if you'd like. So let's get to the starting lineups. We're at the Orange Bowl. Let's get to the lineups. We're using Action PC Football. Once again, this is our Mini 4 college tourney. And this is the second semifinal game, the 1962 Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 1975 Ohio State Buckeyes. Starting lineups for Alabama. The running backs are Clark and Versprilli. The wideouts are Williamson and Stevens. The tight end is Battle. The quarterback, Joe Namath. Tackles, Pell and Henry. The guards are Wilson and Sharp. The center is Jordan. For the Ohio State Buckeyes of 1975, the running backs are Archie Griffin, the two-time Heisman Trophy winner, and Pete Johnson. The wideouts are Bashnagel and Willis. The tight end is Kane. The quarterback is Green. The tackles, Daniele and Ward. Guards are Smith and Lukens. The center is Applegate. For the Crimson Tide defense, the defensive ends are Williamson and Battle. The defensive tackles, Henry and Pell. The outside linebackers, Wilson and Sharp. The middle linebacker is Jordan. In the defensive backfield, the cornerbacks are Clark and Wilson. The safeties are Versprilli and Hurlbut. For the 1975 Ohio State Buckeyes on defense, the defensive ends, Benamici and Brzezinski. The defensive tackles, Beeman and Brown. The outside linebackers, Thompson and Curto. The middle linebacker, Kuhn. Cornerbacks, Cassidy and Rule. Safeties, Fox and Griffin. Not Archie Griffin, the other Griffin. Alrighty, let's get to the ball game. Alabama won the toss and elects to return. Alright, let's bring the game up. So Ohio State, I will be playing as both offensive teams, and the Action PC computer will take over the defensive control for both teams. So let's enjoy and have fun with some really fun offensive play calling with some great college players. Let's just make sure we have the options correct. Alright, Ohio State will be kicking off to Alabama. Back deep for Alabama is Wilson. The short men are Clark and Nelson. Here is the kickoff. And it's angled towards the sideline. And Clark will return it 12 yards, tackled by Ferrelli. And Alabama and Joe Namath will start 1st and 10 on their 33. So Namath under center, split backfield of Sprelly and Clark. Wideouts Williamson and Stevens. The tight end is Battle. Ohio State in a 4-3 it looks like. And we're going to go to Clark. On a dive play up the middle with Clark. There's the handoff. Oh, a big run! A big run by Clark as he broke a tackle and got through the initial line of defense by the Buckeyes, and he springs for 22 yards. Great blocking up front by Wilson, as Ohio State was in a 4-3 basic pass. They played their defensive line to the in, but once they penetrated that initial line of defense, he was off to the races. Tackle brought down by Griffin. So 1st and 10 for Alabama on the Ohio State 45. They're going to go to Verspelli this time. And again, they're going to go up the middle on a dive play. There goes Verspelli, and not the same success as Clark.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
And on top of a 1-yard loss, there's a 10-yard penalty on Wilson for holding. So the man who sprung Clark on the first run play will pick up the 10-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 20 as the officials back up the Crimson Tide 10 from the Alabama 45. Namath and the Tide break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage, split backfield, 2 wideouts, and a tight end battle to the bottom portion of your screen. We're going to go screen to Clark. Namath to attempt his first pass. He hits Clark in the flat. He's got some blockers out in front of him, and Clark's going to pick up a nice chunk of change tackled by Kuhn. That's a gain of 14. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Crimson Tide and Joe Namath. Namath, again with that split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. Going to go short and quick. Short and quick to Williamson. Namath, 2-step drop, fires, and Williamson drops the ball as he heard footsteps. It was Cassidy, the cornerback, closing in on him. And look at this Ohio State defense. On their front line, they're down 4 linemen. Bonamici, or Bonamici, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's either 8 and 10's the best rating. Brown's an 8. Beeman's a 9. And Brzezinski is a 7. Then their defensive backs, Cassidy's a 10. Rule's a 7. Griffin, one of the safeties over here, is an 8. And Fox, Tim Fox, who would go on to play for the Patriots, is a 10. Their linebackers go, Thomas is a 10, Kuhn's a 7, and Curdo's a 6. That's a tough defensive team there. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Tide. On the Ohio State 41, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Short cross to the tight end battle. Into the teeth of defense goes Namath. Complete the battle for the first down. Tackled by Fox as Namath zipped that ball in there between defenders. That's a gain of 11. 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide on the Buckeye 30. Battle's first reception for 11 yards, and it moves the chains. Namath under center, Clark and Verspelli, or Verspryle. Split backfield, Williamson and Stevens. The wideouts battle is the tight end. 1st and 10. They're going to try the short to the flat to Clark. Namath back to pass, looking for Clark in the flat. He completes it. Clark has some running room, cuts back towards the middle, and he is brought down inside the 10 as he was 1 tackle away from giving Alabama a 6-0 lead. That is a 27-yard gain. The touchdown-saving tackle was by Thompson. So 1st and goal for the Crimson Tide on the Buckeye 3. Now, Alabama's going to go full house backfield. They're going to try to plow this one in from 3 yards out. And Wishbone So in the backfield now, Clark, Verspryle, and Wilson. And they're going to go Battle and Hopper are the tight ends. They're going to go dive to Wilson. Out of the wishbone, up the middle, Wilson, and he's smothered under for no gain, as the Alabama front line could not move the Ohio State defense that time. The tackle is by Kuhn, and that is his second tackle for the Buckeyes. So it's 2nd and goal, and again, wishbone formation. The backs, Clark, Verspryle, and Wilson. Battle and Hopper are the tight ends. We're going to go play action fake, run counter, Clark, pitch left. Play action fake. The pitch out to Clark, and he's in for the score! Touchdown! Clark gets around the end and into the end zone. The play action fake froze the Ohio State defense just for that split second. Namath really sold it. Took a step back, then put the ball up like he was going to pass, and quickly, on a very nifty play, pitched it to Clark, who goes around off tackle basically around the end and into the end zone for 6. Let's watch that replay. Alabama on their opening drive, 7 plays, 67 yards, and a touchdown. It only took 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And here's the Clark touchdown, the pitch out, and he is in. So here comes the extra point. The snap, the place, the kick, and it's just barely good as it just sneaks in the right upright. So 7-0 Alabama in the first quarter with 11:44 to play. Bama will be kicking off. Ohio State has the return set up. Deep is Willis. The short man is Archie Griffin and Bashneagle. Here's the kickoff by Alabama. And here comes the return. And Bashneagle will return it for 20 yards, stopped by Pell at the 23. So the Buckeyes will start 1st and 10 from their 23. And it's Green at quarterback. Split backfield of the dynamic duo, Archie Griffin and Pete Johnson. Bashneagle and Willis, the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Screen to Archie Griffin on the first play. Green back to pass, and he is unable to get it to Archie Griffin under tremendous pressure by Wilson, who was blitzing right up the middle for the Crimson Tide. As Stratomatic Delaware has joined us in the chat, and he says, "Oh, H!" Big Ohio State fan. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Going to give the ball to Pete Johnson here. Trap right, Pete Johnson. There goes Johnson. And he is brought down after a 3-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 7. Look at this Alabama defense. 10s across the board, except for this linebacker / strong safety, Hurlbut. Everyone else is a 10. This is going to be a really tough defense to move the ball on. So 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Let's see what Green can do here. Not much. Let's go to Archie Griffin, 3rd and 7. Let's go out of the eye. Archie Griffin. Pitch right, Archie Griffin, 3rd and 7. There's a pitch out. Can Griffin turn the corner? He does, but Battle, playing both ways, brings him down on the tackle. And it's only a gain of 4, and it's 4th and 3. And here comes the punt team for Ohio State. So they will not match the opening drive of the Crimson Tide. They will have to punt. And here comes the punter, Scalandi. Back deep is Clark and Piper. Here's the snap and the punt. Fielded around the 30. Fair catch. Piper makes the fair catch. And once again, Joe Namath and the Crimson Tide of 1962 step out onto the field. They'll start 1st and 10 on their 27. In 62, the Crimson Tide were 10 and 1. They finished 5th in the polling. And in 1975, the Ohio State Buckeyes 11 and 1. They finished 3rd in the polling. Archie Griffin, I believe, still the only man to ever win 2 Heisman trophies. Partnered in the backfield with Pete Johnson. So Namath under center. For Sproul and Clark, the running backs, split backfield. Williams and Stevens, the wideouts. Battle is the tight end. Battle's at 87. Hopper will come in. And we're going to go play action, fake, run, counter. Pitch left. Verspryle. And there's the pitch. And smothered by the front seven of the Ohio State Buckeyes for a loss of 4 is Verspryle. As that play this time did not fool the Buckeyes. Tackle will be credited to Beeman. That's his first, so it's going to be 2nd and 14. Namath and the Tide break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. On the Alabama 23 now. 2 wideouts, split backfield. The tight end is Hopper. Namath barks out the signals. Short hitch to Clark out of the backfield. Namath back to pass, tries to throw it over the middle to Clark. Incomplete, good coverage by Thompson. And that will bring up a 3rd and 14. Joe Namath 3 for 5 today, 52 yards. Max Cornelius has joined us in the chat. How are you doing? He's there with Stratomatic Delaware, 2 wonderful channels. Check them both out. Stratomatic Delaware, Card and Dice Retro Sports, and Max Cornelius, Action PC Sports. So 3rd and 14 for Namath and the Tide. They break the huddle. Split backfield of Verspryle and Clark. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Harper is the tight end. Screen to Clark. Namath back to pass, trying to set up the screen. He dumps to Clark. Clark has some blockers in front of him, but he will not make the first down. It's a gain of 8. They're going to be 6 yards short. Tackled by Thompson. That's his 2nd. And here comes the punt team for the Alabama Crimson Tide. The punter is Caldwell. Back is Tim Fox. Fox would go on to play for the Patriots. Here's the snap and the punt. And Caldwell. Fox has it around the 30. He'll pick up 5. Brought down hard to the grass here at the Orange Bowl by Jordan. So here comes the Ohio State Buckeyes trailing by 7 with 9:09 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Alabama. Green's under center once again. Griffin and Johnson, the split backfield. Bashnagel and Willis, the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Going to go to Archie Griffin. Pitch out right. There's the pitch to Griffin. Can he turn the corner? Yes, he can. Archie Griffin gets around the corner and flies for 14 yards before he is brought down by Sharp. And there's plenty of Ohio State Buckeyes fans here at the Orange Bowl. The winner will take on the winner of semifinal game number 1 between the 1963 Midshipmen of Navy and Roger Staubach and the 1945 Cadets of West Point Army, Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside, Davis and Blanchard. That game is on the channel now, and what a game it was, folks. So it is 1st and 10. Play action fake, run counter, Pete Johnson. Off tackle right to Pete Johnson. There goes Pete Johnson. Johnson puts his head down, barrels forward, and holding on for dear life, making the tackle is Battle. That's his 2nd tackle. Gain of 7 for the big back. Tribes fan has joined us. How you doing, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel. He has his Vita Blue 1971 Strat replay coming up. So 2nd and 3. They're going to go back to Archie Griffin now. On the trap right to Griffin. Green doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to go with a dive to Pete Johnson. There goes Johnson up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's off to the races. Finally dragged down by Hurlbut. Gain of 28. So a good audible by Green. when he audibles out of the off tackle to Archie Griffin and then goes to the dive up the middle to Pete Johnson. Johnson 3 carries, 38 yards, the big back bowling over Tide players as he goes, sending the Tide out. 1st and 10 on the Alabama 20. Ohio State trails 7-0 with 7:50 to play in the first quarter. As Tribes fan says, update coming very soon. Just finished all of April starts for Vita Blue. So remember to check that out on his YouTube channel. And that's Tribes Fan 879. As Stratomatic Delaware says, and General Woody takes over. The eclectic, or the legendary Ohio State football coach Woody Hayes, ground and pound. So again, the split backfield of Archie Griffin and Pete Johnson, Bashnigel and Willis are the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Green under center. Play action fake, run counter. Pitch right. Archie Griffin. There it is. There's the pitch. Griffin turns the corner, and he will pick up 7 yards, quickly closing and just getting a diving arm at Griffin, who was on his way to the end zone, was sharp, and that's his 3rd tackle. A little razzle-dazzle there with the play-action fake counter pitch out. And if you've watched me play this game before, that's like my most favorite play ever. And I will go to the well one too many times with that. So it's 2nd and 3 with 7:22 to play. Ohio State on the Alabama 13. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. It's going to be a run counter. Pete Johnson on the run counter. Trap right. There goes Pete Johnson, and he is smothered under as Alabama swarmed on him like killer bees as the Tide washed over him. And that is a loss of 1. The tackle will be credited to Pell, and that's his 2nd tackle, fans. So it's now 3rd and 4 from the Bama 14, 6:54 to play in the first quarter, 7-0 Crimson Tide. 3rd and 4. Let's see what Green can do here. 3rd and 4. Sweep right with the quarterback, Green. There goes Green, and he is dropped for a 3-yard loss. As blowing through the line was the whole Crimson Tide defense. The tackle, well, you could credit a lot of Alabama players, but they're going to give it to Hopper, the backup tight end. Alabama was in a 4-3 nickel playing pass, and the front 4 just put tremendous pressure. My God, if we could have got past them, lots of running room. So 4th and 7, only a 42% chance of a field goal from Claban. What a kicker name, Claban. 42%, 4th and 7. The holder is Pacenta. A fake pass, 13% chance of completion. My God, we could run a play with a better completion, with a better chance of success than 42%. Let's just look at Archie Griffin for ha-has. Actually, we can't. All right, we're going to take a shot at the field goal here. Will be a 34-yarder. Here's a snap and the place. And the kick by Claban trying to pull. And he misses to the right. Oh, my God. What is wrong with these college kickers? These teams miss a plethora of. So the field goal attempt goes for naught. And a good drive stalls out on the Alabama side of the field. So it's still 7-0 with 6:01 to play. And here comes Joe Namath and the Tide offense. And Battle is still going to be off the field offensively because he's at 79%. So Namath under center, split backfield of Clark and Verspile. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Hopper is the tight end. We're going to go screen to the tight end Hopper. Namath back to pass, tight end screen. It's complete. He's got some blockers in front of him, and he's going to pick up a first down as he breaks a tackle. And Fox, the safety, comes up to finally put a kibosh on the play, but it's a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 on the Alabama 36. Again, split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. They're going to go Verspile on the dive play up the middle. Ohio State playing their line in tight. Verspile keeps his legs churning. He picks up 2 tough yards, tackled by Beeman. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 with 5:27 to play from the Alabama 38. 7-0 tied. Short slant to Williamson. Namath, 3-step drop. Fires, complete to Williamson. And he's hit. And he holds on to the ball as he juggled it, but he held on as Cassidy put the boom on him. But it's a gain of 13, a quick 2-3-step drop, and that ball was out of Joe Namath's hands on the short slant to Williamson. And that's his first reception. So 1st and 10 on the Buckeye 49 for the Tide. Pitch right to Clark. Out of the split backfield, there's Clark. Clark cannot turn the corner, brought down by the defensive end, Brzezinski. But he does pick up 2 tough yards. 2nd and 8. That's Brzezinski's first tackle for the Buckeyes. As Strat Delaware and Tribes fan concur that the kicking was not very good back then. As Strat Delaware says, Stratomatic Delaware, in the 70s and back, kicking was not a game breaker. No, it was poor. You are correct. Though we say that, but yet Lou the Toe Groza for the Cleveland Browns was a fairly accurate kicker, and he was a lineman. So there were some exceptions to the rule. So 2nd and 8 for the Crimson Tide. They break the huddle. Namath under center, split backs of Clark and Verspile. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Hopper, the tight end. And let's see. Battle's ready to come back in, and we're going to have Battle come back in. Slightly better receiver. So 2nd and 8, we're going to go tight end screen to Battle. Back to pass, looking, incomplete. As a very big pass rush disrupt that play. Namath couldn't get it to Battle. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 from the OSU 47 with 4:01 to play in the first quarter. 7-0, the 62 Tide over the 75 Buckeyes. The winner will face the winner from the first semifinal game between the 63 Midshipmen of the Naval Academy and the 1945 Cadets of Army. And that's on the channel. You can watch it at any time you'd like. Battle's down to 80%. Let's get him out and go back to Hopper. So 3rd and 8. Short slant. Stevens. Namath back to pass. Quickly releases the ball. Dumps it down to Clark. Clark breaks a tackle. He's close to the first down, and he makes it. Namath tried to release the ball quickly, pumped, under pressure, then goes to his secondary safety valve, Clark, who picks up the first down on the gain of 8. Clark now has 4 receptions, 57 yards, the tackle by Thompson. So Namath, once again, comes up clutch. 1st and 10 on the OSU 39, 3:51 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Bama. Play action pass. Medium fly. Williamson, they're going to throw on first. Namath back to pass. Play action. Fires! Incomplete. Draped all over him was Cassidy. Good coverage by Cassidy. So it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Screen. They're going to go screen to Verspile. And Namath under pressure, and he's unable to get the ball to Verspile on the delayed blitz. Thompson really put the pressure on. He delayed for a half a Mississippi, we'll say, and then he was in on Namath. So a big 3rd and 10 once again. Ohio State trying to hold them. At Bama, not in field goal position at all. And they might go for it depending on what happens here on 3rd and 10. So it's 3rd and 10. Medium hitch. Medium hitch to Williamson. Namath back to pass, looking under pressure. He fires! Incomplete. Once again, Cassidy with wonderful coverage. And it brings up 4th and 10 on the 39. And Namath is going to quick kick. And it's a quick kick by Namath. It's a 19-yard punt. And it goes out at the 20. He was trying to pin him back a little closer. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes on their 20 with 2:41 to play. As Namath just shaking his head. He thought he could have done a better job on the quick kick. And here comes Archie Griffin, Pete Johnson and company. They're the split backfield. Green is the quarterback. Bashnagel and Willis the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Ohio State has not thrown the ball yet. Screen to Archie Griffin. Green back to pass, trying to set up the screen. Griffin has it, and company out in front, but he cuts back to the middle, and swarming over him again is that Tide defense. The Tide rolls over him, only a gain of 4 as they blow up the blockers in front of Archie Griffin, forcing him to try to cut to the middle and make something happen, but it is a positive 4 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Pete Johnson dive to the big man, and there goes Pete Johnson. He is brought down, only a gain of 1. He is stood up and then taken to the grass here at the Orange Bowl. So it's 3rd and 5, and Hopper made the tackle there. That's his 2nd tackle for the Tide. 3rd and 5. Play action pass. Run counter. Pitch right. Archie Griffin. There it is. The pitch out to Griffin. Can he turn the corner? No, he cannot. Sharp brings him down. Only a gain of 1 as this has turned into a defensive slobber knocker after the initial Bama drive netted 7 points. So it is 4th and 4, and here comes the Buckeye punt team once again. It's going to be Sklandeny. Oh my God, where do they get these guys' names? Skladany, I don't know. Back deep is Clark and Piper. Thank God for those names. Here's a snappy and the punt. Around the 25, it's fielded, and it's brought back 8 yards by Piper. Harris brings him down. It was a good punt of 50 yards. So here comes Joe Namath, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. The 62 Tide, 7. The 75 Buckeyes, nothing. The only score, a 3-yard run on a play-action pitch-out toss by Clark. Davis with the extra point. 7-0, Tide. So here's Joe Willie Namath. Under center, split backfield of Clark and Verspile. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Hopper, the tight end. They're going to go to Stevens. Short and quick. Short and quick to Stevens. Namath, quick drop, fires, complete to Stevens, and he's going to get a first down as Rural finally makes the tackle, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. That was a pickup of 13. We go to the second quarter, 7-0 tied. So after a quarter of football, Namath 8 of 14, 106 yards. Had one long pass of 25 or more. Green 1 for 2 for 4 yards. Pete Johnson 5 for 38 yards. Archie Griffin 4 for 26. Green 1 for -3. Clark had the only score of the first quarter. So 1st and 10 on the Bama 45. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. Namath under center. It's going to go to the flat to Clark. Namath back to pass. He hits Clark in the flat. Can Clark turn it upfield? Yes, he can. And he cuts to the middle, tackled by Cassidy. And that's Cassidy's second tackle for the Buckeyes. Scullandi. Thank you very much, Stratomatic Delaware. Scullandi is the punter. He had a hell of a punt, 50 yards. Scullandi. So Namath again moves the chains. But now they need to get in the end zone. So it's 1st and 10. And Clark now has 5 receptions, 72 yards. Bama breaks the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Split backs. Clark and Verspile. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Hopper, the tight end. The usual suspects. Run counter to Verspile. And he's going to go trap right on the run counter. And here goes Verspile. And he puts his head down and he grinds for 3, just trying to keep this Buckeye defense honest. It'll be 2nd and 7, tackled by the linebacker, Curto. So 2nd and 7 on the OSU 37. And Battle will come back in for Hopper at tight end. Play action fake. We're going to look for Battle, the tight end, on a medium slant. Penalty.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. 2nd down.
So Pell comes out of his stance, and that's going to back up Bama 5 yards to the joy of the Buckeyes fans here at the Orange Bowl. Remember, the winner goes to the final of our mini 4-team tournament. I'll be playing a few of these. And then, obviously, we're going to play those guys against each other. But this is our first one. A little college football Sunday and Monday. So it's 2nd and 12. Draw to Clark. Namath back to draw to Clark. Come on, draw to Clark. All right, doesn't want me. Why can't I go? Okay, Clark, draw. There we go. And there goes Clark, and Fox comes in and torpedoes him after a 3-yard gain. Tim Fox, Johnny to the spot, and it'll be 3rd and 9. So Clark, 4 carries, 30 yards, and that touchdown, the only score of the game in the first quarter. So 3rd and 9, 13:43 to play in the half, 7-0, the 62 tied over the 75 Buckeyes. 3rd and 9. Medium hitch to Williamson. Namath back to pass, looking, fires, incomplete.
Pass interference.
Oh!
Defense. Automatic. First down.
Cassidy draped all over Williamson, and they throw the yellow hanky, and I can hear Stratomatic Delaware screaming as that's a pass interference call, and that will be a first down on the Ohio State 22 for the Crimson Tide and Joe Namath. So 1st and 10. Let's see who else we have for running backs. Nelson's going to come in for Verspile. And Ogden is going to come in for Clark. So that's a split backfield, Ogden and Nelson. And Williamson and Stevens still the wideouts. Battle still the tight end. We might take Battle out. We're going to bring Hopper in. So 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 22. Nelson. Screen to Nelson. Namath doesn't like what he sees, but he's going to stick with the call. Back to pass. And he's unable, as that play is broken up by the on-rushing passers. And the hurry will be credited to Bonimici. And I'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tide. Short to the flat to Nelson. He's going to try to get it to Nelson again. And again, it looks like they're keying Nelson. And now he's going to go to a quick slant, a short slant to Williamson. Under pressure looking, he rolls. Intercepted by Thompson. What a pick by Thompson. He stepped in front of the intended receiver. And the Alabama drive is stalled as he picks it off around the 13. So Namath, Coon was blitzing. Namath stepped up in the pocket, but he was under pressure. And as he's being hit and grabbed, tried to throw to Nelson as his first receiver, Williamson, was covered. And he throws a pick as Thompson stepped right in front of him. And that is a huge play. As Stratomatic Delaware says, I just whipped my watch to the ground and stomped on it. Crunch. So a big interception as Stratomatic Delaware rallies the troops as Thompson picks off the Namath pass. So Ohio State will have it 1st and 10, trailing by 7 on their 17. And we're going to go sweep left. Archie Griffin. Here comes the sweep left. Griffin cannot turn the corner. No gain. He is smothered under at the line of scrimmage as Stratomatic Delaware on the Thompson interception says, attaboy. So it's 2nd and 10. Pete Johnson. Pete Johnson trap right. Can the big man plow through a hole? He grinds for 3 yards, brought down by Hurlbut, and that's his 2nd tackle for the Tide. So a crucial 3rd and 7. Ohio State has only mustered 1 drive that ended with a missed field goal. Johnson now 6 carries, 41 yards. So it's a split backfield of Griffin and Johnson, Bashnagel and Willis, the wideouts, Canes the tight end. We're going to try short and quick to Bashnagel. So Green's going to attempt the pass here. He completes it to Bashnagel, and Bashnagel breaks a tackle, and Clark finally brings him down. Gain of 13. Brian Bashnagel and Green hook up, and that is a huge 1st down for the Buckeyes. 1st and 10 on their 33. Again, we're going to go to Archie Griffin. Sweep left, Archie Griffin, and a flag is on the field.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
And that's not going to make Woody Hayes too happy as the tight end Canes comes out of his stance. And it's going to be 1st and 15 now as Coach Hayes just glares at his tight end. And he's going to come off the field for a moment, and Coach Hayes is going to have a word with him as Moore goes in for Kane. And we're going to go strong left. So split backfield, Griffin and Johnson. Wideouts, Bashnagel and Willis. The tight end, Moore. Lower portion of the screen. And we're going to go Archie Griffin. Sweep left. And here comes a sweep. Griffin turns the corner. And he quickly puts his head down and bashes for 5 yards. Every yard is going to be tough against this Tide defense. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. They pick up the 5 yards they lost on the 5-yard penalty. Second and 10. Short and quick. Short and quick. To Bashnagel again. Green, 2-step drop. And he fires it. And there's a fumble. Who has it? Wilson. Ohio State comes up with the ball. Green with a delayed blitz. Wilson delayed blitz. Green back to pass. Big rush. Green on the run. He pitched it. What a crazy play. He pitched it to a lineman, for God's sakes, Daniele. Wilson stripped the ball out, but Ohio State recovers it. Oh, my God. Woody Hayes now glaring at his quarterback. So it's 3rd and 6. And they actually picked up 4 yards on that crazy play. So it is 3rd and 6, 10:44 to play in the half. That was nuts. Let's watch that over. Let's see if we get a replay here. Oh my God, it's just the ball goes loose. It bobbles, holy roller towards the sideline, and recovered by Ohio State. So 3rd and 6 from the OSU 37. Pete Johnson, short to the flat to Pete Johnson, and another flag.
Encroachment. Defense.
Oh!
5-yard penalty.
Excellent.
Repeat,
if you're an Ohio State fan. So Pell encroaches, and now it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Two tight end set. 2 backs. Green, the quarterback, on the sneak. 3rd and 1, and Green is close, and he gets it. Oh my God! As Alabama tried to deny him, but the push was enough from the linemen and the tight ends. It's 1st and 10 on the OSU 43. Back to the split backfield and the 2 wide out, 1 tight end set. Griffin and Johnson the backs, Bashnagel and Willis the wideouts. Moore is the tight end. And actually, Tane's going to come back in for Moore, as he had quite a discussion with Coach Hayes. Short and quick. Short and quick to Willis. Green, quick drop. Throws to Willis. Intercepted by Wilson. It's a pick 6. And Bama goes up 13-0. Here's the replay, and that's not pleasant. Here comes the extra point, the snap, the place, the kick, and it is good. 14-0 Bama. Ouch. We'll try to get him on a short and quick on 1st down. So Ohio State down 14. Their defense has only given up 7. Now the offense has given up 7. Here's the kickoff. Back deep is Willis. The short men are Griffin and Bashnagel. Here comes Willis. He returns it for 25 yards, brought down by Pell. OSU will start 1st and 10 on their 33, under 10 minutes of play in the half. Pete Johnson. Sweep left with the big man. Here goes Pete Johnson. And he's swarmed under after a 1-yard gain. Tackle by Jordan. We've tried to run the ball, Tribes fan. It doesn't work. The defense here for Alabama, 10s across the board. We got this guy for a 3. We tried to run at him. It worked twice. And all they did was shift their defense that way. The Action PC engine is very good. As my second screen has gone kaput, as we wait for the chat to come back up. So it is 2nd and 9. And we're going to go Archie Griffin. We need a big run by Archie. Pitch right, Archie Griffin. There's the pitch. Griffin can't turn the corner. Sharp brings him down. 3 tough yards. Nothing's popping. So we try to run at the worst defender, and we got 3 yards. So it is 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Bashnagel. 3rd and 6. Screen to Archie Griffin. Screen back to pass. Under pressure, sacked by Dill. So Dill made Green a pickle. And the Boo Birds come out for OSU. And here comes the punt team. Here's a snap and the punt. The return's put on by Bama. Fielded around the 15 and hit right away. Loss of 2. Another booming punt by Scallandy. 54 yards. And the big hit by Midland. Trying to produce a turnover there. So 1st and 10 for Bama. On their 12. Namath under center. Split backs. Ogden and Nelson. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. And Battle will come back in at tight end. Play action pass. Bomb post. Well, that's a horrible play. Don't do that. Medium fly. Williamson. Namath back to pass. And he is hit! The ball comes loose! Touchdown! Ohio State! Unbelievable! The offense can't score. The defense just scored. Unbelievable. Corner blitz. Rule puts the thump on Namath. The ball comes loose. Thompson picks it up and goes into the end zone. It's 14-6. What a huge play. Let's take a look at that. Again, the colors will go different when you look at a defensive replay. And there's the touchdown, folks. One more time. Namath, boom, the hit. And Thompson, you can see right there, picked it up and went in the end zone. Here comes the extra point, the snap, the place, and it is good. So Ohio State back in it on the defensive touchdown. As Stratomatic Delaware says, go Bucks. 14-7. And now Ohio State will kick off to Bama. Back deep is Wilson, Clark, and Nelson are the short men. Here's the kickoff. Fielded around the 20. Oh my lord! A 74-yard return and a touchdown-saving tackle by Farrelly. So Alabama quickly answers the defensive touchdown with a 74-yard return by Wilson. And here come the Crimson Tide back in business. And Coach Bear Bryant liked that. And across the sideline, Coach Hayes, well, is Coach Woody Hayes not really very happy right now, nor should he be. After scoring a defensive touchdown, the special teams has a mental fart. They give up a 74-yard return. Hayes glaring at his special teams coach. So 1st and 10, actually 1st and goal, from the OSU 8. And they're going to give the ball to Ogden. Actually, let's go with our starting backfield again. So Verspile will come back in. And Clark. So Clark's down here. Play action fake, run counter. Trap left. Clark. Here goes Clark. And he's in for the score! Touchdown, Clark. So Bama answers the defensive touchdown with a long kickoff return in one play. An 8-yard touchdown run by Clark. And that's his second. 5 carries, 38 yards, and 2 TDs. And it's 20-7. So we initially had done when he scored on his first, we had him lined up to the other side. And we went play action fake, pitch left. This time we went play action fake. Oh, the counter on the other play too. We went play action fake, counter, and we went trap play. Here's the extra point, the snap, the place, and the kick is good. 21-7. As Ohio State thought they were back in the ball game. As Ken Castro's joined us. How you doing, my friend? So Bama will kick off. Back deep is Willis for the Buckeyes. The short men are Griffin and Bashnagel. Here's the kick by Bama. And here comes the return.
Holding. Receiving team. 10-yard
Oh my
penalty.
Lord. So after a 25-yard return by Archie Griffin, our Griffin, not Archie, has a holding penalty, and that's going to be a 10-yarder. And the Buckeyes will start off 1st and 10 on their 21, 7:42 to play. If they can put a score up here, they will get the ball first in the second half. Pete Johnson. Dive. Up the middle of Pete Johnson. Johnson. 3 yards. And going off the field is Jordan. He'll be out for a few plays. Felt the effects of Pete Johnson running over him. Sharp with his 6th tackle for the Tide. So it's 2nd and 7. Pete Johnson. Off tackle left. There goes Pete Johnson, and he is smothered. The ball comes loose, and Bama scores! Oh my Lord, a fumble by the big man. Sharp picks it up and goes to pay dirt, and it's 27-7. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Pete Johnson was stood up, the ball pops loose, and it goes the other way for a TD. Here's the extra point, the snap, the place, the kick, and it's good. 28-7 with 7:20 to play. As Woody Hayes has called for the Ohio State team to line up, he's given them all daggers. Every 10th man will be decimated. The old Roman tactic. Here comes the kickoff by the Tide. There's no joy in Mudville, that's for sure. Willis deep, Griffin and Bashnagel the short men. And it's going to be Willis, and he's going to bring it out towards the 35. It's a 25-yard return. He was pancaked hard to the grass here at the Orange Bowl by Pell. (28-7), 62 Bama over the 75 Buckeyes. Archie Griffin, trap left. Archie Griffin. Henry brings him down after a 1-yard gain. I can run the ball all day on traps. It ain't working. You see the 10s across the board? We got to get to the outside. Oh, God. All right. Bashnagel. Short hitch to Brian Bashnagel. Green under pressure. He's going to take off running. That's a huge play. Keep going, Green. Gain of 32. 6:25 left in the half. What a run by Green, the quarterback. Under pressure, looking for Bashnagel. He takes off, cuts to the left, and heads upfield. 32-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the Bama 32. Archie Griffin. Trap right. Griffin. And Griffin with a spin move. Puts his head down. 7 yards. Brought down by Sharp. 2nd and 3. Archie Griffin. Trap left. And he breaks a tackle! And Hurlbut saves the touchdown. 20-yard gain by Griffin. That long run by Green has loosened up the Bama defense. Like they've had a little too much coffee now. 5:20 left in the half. This is a huge series of plays here. 1st and goal from the Alabama 5. Run counter. Pete Johnson. Trap right. There goes Johnson. He's in for the score. Pete Johnson goes in. Ohio State answers the defensive touchdown with a 5-play, 65-yard drive. Only took 2:20 thanks to a 32-yard scramble by Green, the quarterback. And let's watch that Pete Johnson touchdown run again. 28-13. Here comes the extra point. And he just sneaks it in the right upright. And it's 28-14. The Buckeyes will be kicking off back deep for the Tide. Wilson. The short men are Clark and Nelson. The return's put on by Alabama. And it's going to be brought out near midfield and just by midfield as they break off another huge return. Ohio State has been horrible on special teams. That's a 42-yard return by Wilson. The touchdown saving tackle by Rule. Joining us in the chat, Matt McClellan. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. All right, here comes Alabama. Up by 14 with 4:41 to play. Let's take Battle out and bring Hopper back in at tight end. Screen pass to Clark. Namath back to pass. They set up the screen. Clark dropped the ball. He heard footsteps. The big boom was coming as Namath was under tremendous pressure. But Clark heard those footsteps. So it's 2nd and 10. Draw to Verspile. There's the delay, and Verspile goes up the middle for 2. Quickly closing on him was the Buckeye defense. Curto picks up his 2nd tackle. Stratomac Delaware says, need backbone. Come on, Bucks. A big 3rd and 8. They have to hold here. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Clark's going to go out wide. Give Ohio State a different look. Verspile's going to stay in the block, and so is Hopper. Who's the better defensive end? 4 sack rating. 3 sack rating. 7, 8. 7 against a 6. We're going to keep Hopper up there. 3rd and 8. Short hitch. Short hitch to Clark. Back to pass, Namath. Deflected by Thompson and almost picked. Oh, Thompson almost had a pick off there. Namath now 9 of 19, 121 yards. And a pick. Actually, let's give you his full stats. So Namath 9 of 19. Yep, 1 pick, no touchdowns. He's been sacked once. Green 2 for 4. But he had that huge 32-yard run that helped lead to the Pete Johnson touchdown run. And that was the first offensive points put up by Ohio State. The other touchdown was a fumble recovery by Thompson. So 4th and 8, and Bama's going to punt. And here comes Cowell. He'll punt deep to Fox. Try to pin the Buckeyes back deep. Fox comes up, fields it around the 50.
Illegal block. Receiving team.
Oh my God. So Kuhn with the illegal block. And that backs up Ohio State in even a more precarious position, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from their 7 with 3:41 to play. Draw to the quarterback, Green. Green goes back to pass up the middle, and that didn't work. No gain. Well, I was hoping that would work like his scramble. So 2nd and 10. 3:31 to play. 28-14. 2nd and 10. Archie Griffin. Trap right. Archie Griffin. There goes Archie Griffin. Brought down by Wilson. Gain of 6. 3rd and 4. Archie Griffin. Trap left this time. There goes Archie Griffin. He does the first down. A quick spin move. And again puts his head down. Gain of 8. They go to a hurry up here. Buckeyes have all 3 timeouts. 2:31 left in the half. Trailing by 14. Split backfield. 2 wideouts in the tight end. Archie Griffin. Off tackle left. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Bashnagel is going to get bashed by Woody Hayes. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back for this Ohio State offense, and it's now 1st and 15. 2:21 to play in the half. The 62 Tide 28, the 75 Buckeyes 14. Run counter. Pete Johnson. Off tackle left. There goes Johnson. Come on, break it, Pete. Gain of 6. Hurry up offense. Archie Griffin. Trap left. There goes Griffin, and he's smothered under. No gain. Alabama calls timeout with 1:48 left in the half, and it is 3rd and 9. Do I have a good receiving back? No, I don't. That stinks. Nuts. 3rd and 9. Screen to Pete Johnson. Hopefully they're keying Archie Griffin. And Green completes it to Johnson. Come on, bring it upfield, Pete. Bring it upfield. Break that tackle, son. Gain of 11. Gain of 11. First down on the OSU 33. And Alabama was in a 4-2 nickel pass. They had one blitzer. They're playing normal man coverage. We have all 3 of our timeouts. We're going to go to the hurry up. Click on head out of bounds. And Pete Johnson once again on the screen. Green back the pass, looking for Johnson. Incomplete. Well, I didn't think we'd get 2 in a row, but did stop the clock. So 2nd and 10 from the OSU 33. As Brad 62 has joined us. How you doing, my friend? As Brad said, they ran the option quite well. Well, we'll try that in the second half. The option doesn't work well for me in this game. I mean, like, you can go, it's special plays here, and we have the read option left, read option right. I've tried it with wishbone teams, and it just, I don't have good success with it. And all they do is key the best running back, and the quarterback holds the ball, and he picks up 3 yards, 2 yards. I never have anyone pop a run. But Green's a pretty good, he runs the ball well, so I'm like, you know what? Let's do read option left, Green. There we go, there's Green, and gains 3, and Bama calls timeout, 3rd and 7, 47 seconds left in the half. Tide 28, Buckeyes 14. Play action fake. Let's get Kane out of there. Moore's coming back in at tight end. Play action fake. Willis. Medium fly. Play action fake. Green back to pass. Looking. And he is sacked by Pell. He held on the ball way too long. Bama calls their 3rd and final timeout. The Boo Birds come out again here at the Orange Room. Yes, this is a wonderful game. This is the best football game. I like this the best. Then I think 2nd and 10. I like that one next. Strat's okay, but it's okay. I enjoy it, but I'm not. This is my favorite football game. The engine will figure out your algorithms or whatever the hell that word is. Strat Delaware says, I love Bowlbound. I like that too. I watch you play it. I don't like the computer version, though. I have the computer version. I don't like it. When are you going to do the second half, Strat, of that other game? So, 4th and 16. Here comes the punt. The snap, the place, and the punt. Trying to pin him back. Oh, that's another beauty. And here comes the return. So, that is a 13-yard return by Piper. Farrelly with the tackle. And Scalindi with a 59-yard punt. So 19 seconds left. It is 28-14. Namath will not do anything stupid here with a 14-point lead. which means I won't do anything stupid as I'm playing both offenses. Run safe, stay in bounds, handoff, dive play, versus spell. Gain of 3, and that's the half. Ohio State will receive. So let's give you some halftime numbers here. It is 28-14 at the half. The 62 tied over the 75 Buckeyes. Scoring as follows. On the very first possession, Namath and company drove 7 plays, 67 yards, culminating with a 3-yard pitch-out run by Clark for a TD. Extra point was good. Then Bama would score once again on an interception by Wilson, and that was returned for a touchdown. Extra point was good. It was 14-0. Ohio State missed a field goal in that time, and then got on the board, but not by the offense, Archie Griffin or Pete Johnson. Nope. A forced fumble and a recovery by Thompson for a 6-yard touchdown. Claban with the extra point, 14-7. Alabama came back with a 72 or 74-yard kickoff return. And on the very next play, Clark scampered in from 8 yards out on a run counter, trap right. Davis with the extra point, 21-7. Then Bama recovered a fumble for a touchdown, 28-7. And then Ohio State, 5-yard run after a 5-play, 65-yard drive, aided by a 32-yard scramble run by Green. Johnson gets the final 5 yards. Claban with the extra point. We start the third quarter, 28-14. Namath, 9 of 19, 121 yards, and 8 interception. Green, 3 of 6 with a pick. He's been sacked twice. Namath's been sacked once. Clark, 5 for 38 and 2 touchdowns. Verspile, 5 for 6 yards. Wilson, 1 for none. Namath, 1 for -7. Griffin, 13 for 76. Pete Johnson, 11 for 55 and a TD. Green, combined, 7 for 19. And the lineman who we pitched the ball to, 1 for 4, Daniele. I'll give you some more stats later. All right, back deep for the 75 Buckeyes is Willis, the short men Archie Griffin and Brian Bashnagel. Here's the kickoff. The return's put on by Ohio State. And here it comes, out to the 30. Willis is tackled by Pell after a 23-yard return, so 1st and 10 in what's been Ohio State's probably best field position on a kickoff in some time. So 1st and 10 on the 30. Under center is Green. Griffin and Johnson are the wideouts. Are the backs. The wideouts are Bashnagel and Willis. Moore is the tight end. I think. Is Kane a better blocker? Yes, he is. Kane's going to come in. We're going to go full house backfield. Who's our extra back here? Logan. Do I want Logan to be the back? Oh, he averaged 7.3 yards a carry on 23 rushes. Breakaways a 9, so let's try to do something fancy schmancy. Can he catch the ball? Of course not. All right. They called for the option. Brian, original Grognard's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Brad has called for the option, so we're going to run a little option down 14 here. Okay. Read option left. Logan. Read option left. They give the ball to Logan, and he gets nothing. Loses 4. We have Pete Johnson and Archie Griffin in the backfield, and we give it to Logan, hoping that they're keying one of those other guys, but they're just playing 4. Their defense is so good. I mean, I'd rather spread them out. All right, we'll try it again. Let's do it a little different this time. Full house backfield. Archie Griffin. Screen to Griffin out of the full house. Green doesn't like the call. dive to Pete Johnson. And there goes Johnson, and he picks up 2. It's 3rd and 12. Well, enough of that experiment. Split backfield, Griffin and Johnson. The wideouts, Bashnagel and Willis. Short hitch to Willis. Green back to pass. Fires! Incomplete penalty!
Holding. Offense.
Oh my God!
Penalty.
Gotta be kidding me. We want pass interference. As Wilson came on the delayed blitz and put pressure. Daniele on the hold, and Bama will decline. It is 4th and 12, and here comes the best offense for the Buckeyes, the punter. Back deep is Clark and Piper. Here's a snap in the punt. And Buckeyes been booming these punts deep. And another deep punt, and quickly brought down after only a 2-yard return is Piper, as Lang lays him to waste. So 1st and 10 for Bama on their 19. Take care, Matt. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Go Cleveland. So here's Bama up by 14. Joe Namath under center. Clark and Verspryle, the split backfield. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Hopper, the tight end. They're going to go off tackle left with Clark. And there goes Clark. And Beeman brings him down with help from his friends. Gain of 2 tough yards. And that's Beeman's 3rd tackle. Bama taking their time. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. They're going to go screen. No, don't like that call. 2nd and 8. They're going to go trap left with Verspile. And there goes Verspile. And Rule comes from his defensive back position to torpedo Verspile at his legs, but it's a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3 from the Alabama 26. Trap right, Verspile. And there goes Verspile, and he is brought down short of the first down, only a gain of 1. He'll be 2 yards short. 4th and 2, and Bama will punt. So good job by the Buckeye defense. That was Brown's first tackle, and what a big one it was. Here's the Caldwell will come out to punt. He'll punt deep to Fox. Not a very good punter, Caldwell. Fox coming up, fielding it at the 40, and he calls for the fair catch. Only a 34-yard punt. We have to take advantage of this. Yeah, their ratings defense is really... Look at their 10s, look. The guy who's 3 is not even in the game anymore. They had a guy over here who was 3. The weakest guy is Hulbert. He's a 9. So we're gonna go with a different tactic here. We're gonna try to spread them out, of course, and hope our quarterback can run for some. So we have Archie Griffin in the backfield, and we're gonna put Griffin. So we're spreading them out. We're going with a 3 wideout set. Yeah, I know Ohio State never did this, most likely. Bashnagel, Willis, and Harrell. The tight end is Kane. And we're going to go pitch right, Archie Griffin. Come on, turn that corner, Archie. Yeah, damn, no gain. Well, so 2nd and 10. Draw, Archie Griffin. And Griffin up the middle and smothered under for no gain. Well, this tactic's not working. Green. Sweep left. And there goes Green. Green breaks a tackle. First down. There we go. Spread them out, baby. Spread them out. 13 yards. All right, now back to the other offense. Give them that look for a little bit. 1st and 10 for Ohio State. Green comes up with a huge run. 13 yards. He was brought down by Jordan for the Tide. That's his 5th tackle. Split backfield of Pete Johnson and Archie Griffin. Green's under center. Bashnagel and Willis, the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. We're going to go to Pete Johnson, trap left. We're going to continue with the play. No audible. And Pete Johnson rumbles, stumbles, and bumbles for 3 yards. Just keeps moving forward, that big body of his. And we're going to speed up. We're going to go into the hurry up. Try to tire out this freaking defense. Archie Griffin. Archie Griffin. Off tackle right, Archie Griffin. There goes Archie Griffin. Not much there. He picks up 2 tough yards. And it is 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Trap right. Archie Griffin. Come on, Archie. Archie breaks a tackle. He's off to the races. Go, Archie. Go, 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 go. Oh, Sharp just gets him from behind. Archie Griffin, a huge run of 41 yards. As we hurried up the offense to try to tire these Bama defenders out, Griffin, 17 carries, 119 yards at 7 yards per carry. And let me show you what pops up. I don't show you all the screens, but I always like, this is a new screen they added, and I love it. When something cool happens, bear with me just one moment. Black screen will just be there for a moment. Now this screen pops up in the corner. It's not full, but that's pretty cool. So Archie Griffin, 119 yards on 17 carries. So Archie Griffin finally breaks loose. Anyway, I like that screen. And now let's go back to the ball game. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the Alabama 2. The Buckeyes can pull to within 1 score. Let's throw the ball here. No, let's not. See if Pete Johnson can get... We're going to keep Griffin in the ball game even though he's at 88% as a decoy. Pete Johnson on the dive. Out of the split backfield, and Johnson is in for his 2nd score. Johnson, a tremendous short yard back. That's his 2nd touchdown, 14 carries for the big man, and 62 yards and 2 TDs. Here's the extra point, the snap, and the kick, and it is good. Ohio State has pulled to within 7. Here's the kickoff to Bama. Return from the 20. Another big... Oh my God! Ohio State's special team is putrid today. As Wilson returns at 51 yards, touchdown saving tackle by Cousino, who brought him down at the 31. And again, Bama point blank range here, 1st and 10 on the OSU 31. So after the Pete Johnson touchdown, the special teams, the kick return, the kick coverage team is awful for the Buckeyes. Woody Hayes again glares at the special teams coach. 1st and 10. Split backfield of Clark and Verspryle. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts for Bama. Hopper is the tight end. And we're going to, we'll stick with Hopper. Play action pass. Hopper. Short slant. Namath back to pass. Over the middle. Deflected by Fox. He almost picked it off. Oh boy. Bear Bryant breathes a sigh of relief as his young quarterback threw into coverage. Ohio State 4-3 playing pass. Normal man. Defensive lines to the outs. They're going to go dive. Dive to Verspryle. Up the middle. Out of the split backfield. And Kuhn comes up and puts the pop on him after a 2-yard gain. And that is the 3rd tackle for Kuhn. It's a big 3rd and 8. And they're not even in field goal range here. This is 2-down territory for the Tide. 3rd and 8. They're going to go short and quick. Namath's going to go short and quick to Williamson. 2-step drop. Ball out of his hand. Incomplete. Cassidy all over Williamson. Bryant wanted a Bear. Bryant was looking for a flag there. Shaking his head. 4th and 8. The offense will stay on the field. They're not in field goal range. It doesn't even register from the Buckeye 29. So Namath and the Tide have to pick up 8. 8:05 to play in the third quarter. 28-21 Bama. Screen to Clark. Namath back to pass, looking for Clark under pressure. Incomplete. Clark wants a flag. He wanted a flag. Thompson was draped all over, but Namath was under tremendous duress. The officials talk about it briefly, but they didn't throw a flag, and that's it. It's a turnover on downs. So the Buckeyes hold after the tremendous kick return by Wills. And they'll take over. 1st and 10 on their 29, trailing by 7 with 7:58 to play in the third quarter. Archie Griffin, trap right. There goes Archie Griffin. Battle with the tackle, only a gain of 1. They're going to stay with that hurry up. Split backfield, Griffin and Pete Johnson, Bashnagel and Willis. I said Wills by accident. Willis, he's the kick returner also, are the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Green under center. And we're going to go play action fake, run counter. Pitch right to Archie Griffin. Griffin unable to turn the corner. Pell brings him down at the line of scrimmage. As Sharp was blitzing, that disrupted that play, and that's Pell's 7th tackle. So a huge 3rd and 9 here. 3rd and 9. Split backs are Griffin and Johnson, Bashnagel. And we're going to come out of the hurry up. Bashnagel and Willis, the wideouts. Kane is the tight end. Screen to Bashnagel. Screen back to pass. Bashnagel has it. Blocker's out in front. And he's close to the first. And he picks it up on the wide receiver screen. 1st and 10 on the Ohio 40. 6:53 to play in the third quarter. 62 Bama, 28-75. Buckeyes 21. Green under center. Split backfield. Griffin and Johnson. The wideouts Bashnagel and Willis. The tight end is Kane. Pete Johnson. Trap right. Here comes the big man. And he is bowled under. Only a gain of 1. Quickly taken off his feet into the turf. 2nd and 9 for the Buckeyes. They break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Tackle was by Pell on the last play, and they were keying Archie Griffin on top of that, and they still destroyed Johnson on the trap right. Pell now has 8 tackles. So it is 2nd and 9. Power sweep left, Archie Griffin. Here comes Archie. And there goes Archie to the turf. No, 1 yard gain. 1 yard gain. 3rd and 8 coming up for the 75 Buckeyes. From their 42, 3rd and 8. 5:57 to play in the third quarter. Down by 7. 3rd and 8. Screen. Screen to Pete Johnson. Get the ball to the big man, and down goes Green on the sack by Jordan. Loss of 9. Jordan on a delayed blitz. No one saw him coming. And that offensive line of the Buckeyes has been a sieve for the brief times they have to go into pass protection. That's the 3rd time Green has tasted the grass here at the Orange Bowl, and he's been hurried on many occasions when he has tried to pass the ball. So here comes the punt team on 4th and 17. Back for the Tide, Clark and Piper. Scaldini has really been booming the ball. Here's the snap and the punt. And another booming punt driving.
Illegal block. Receiving team.
So Clark, after backpedaling and fielding it at the 10, picks up 10 yards, but there's an illegal block by Wilson. And that's going to back them up to the shadows of their end zone. Ohio State D has to come through here if you're a Buckeyes fan. 1st and 10 on the Alabama 5. Namath under center. Split backfield of Clark and Verspraya. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. And we're going to bring Battle back in at tight end. Wow, he's still only at 81%. Hopper was staying at tight end then. They're going to give the ball to Verspile on a sweep left. They're going to try to get to the outside, and he does! He breaks 2 tackles close to the first down, a gain of 11, as Kuhn finally brings him down as he went rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, sweep left. That's a big play. They're out of the shadow of their own end zone now. 1st and 10 on their 16. Run counter for Bama. Run counter to Clark. Off tackle right to Clark. And there goes Clark. And he doesn't get much. In fact, he gets nothing. Barely back to the line of scrimmage. Thompson picks up his 5th tackle. Thompson has a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Second and 10, 4:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. 62 tied, 28 to 75. Buckeyes 21. The winner will advance to our mini tournament final. It was a 4-team tournament. Navy, 1963 midshipmen, took on the 45 Army cadets last night in a thriller. Check that game out. This game, the winner will play the winner of that game later this week. So 2nd and 10. Short slant. Namath's going to throw a short slant to Williamson. 3-step drop. Releases complete to Williamson over the middle. He's got lots of running room. Lots of running room. That's going to be a big play. Finally brought down by Rule. Gain of 59. Joe Namath hits Williamson on a quick slant. 3-step drop, and that ball was out of his hand. 1st and 10 on the OSU 25. Now they're actually in field goal range, but it's only a 28% chance of Davis making it. 3:29 left in the 3rd quarter. Namath and the Tide looking to add to their 7-point lead. Screen. They're going to go screen to Clark. Namath back to pass. They set up the screen. Incomplete. Lots of pressure on Joe. Namath now 10 of 24, 180 yards and a pick. Verspile. Off tackle left. Out of the split backfield. There goes Verspile. And he churns for 4. Hopper was hurt on the play. He's hobbling off the field. His return is probable, though. The word from the sideline. And it's 3rd and 6. Now, a field goal attempt. Here's 52% chance of Davis making it. That would be huge for the Tide. 2:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock stopped on the injury. So 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 battle is at 85%. Oh, Hopper's out. We don't have another tight end. Nuts. And we're going to go play action, run counter. Pitch left for Spile. Pitch out for Spile. And he picks up 4. And it is 4th and 2. 61% chance of a field goal here. Bear Bryant thinking about it. 61% chance. Let's see what let's look at an offensive play call here. He's going to keep the offense on the field, as we have a better chance. That was just a replay. I clicked up there by accident. All right, 4th and 2. Bear Bryant says, Joe, stay out on the field. Big play here. The Buckeyes have to hold. Play action fake. Run counter. Run counter. Off tackle left, Clark. Here we go, 4th and 2. Run counter. Clark off tackle. He's in for a score. Clark's in. Clark picks up his 3rd touchdown. They've all been on counters after we set it up. So Bama runs the ball when they have to. And a 3rd touchdown run for Clark. 8 carries, 57 yards, 3 TDs. Let's watch that replay over. Roll Tide roll. as the Buckeyes had an opportunity to hold them. Here comes Davis and the extra point, the snap, the place, the kick, and it is good. 35-21. Tied. Here's the kickoff. Back deep is Willis. Griffin and Bashnagel as short men. 1:54 to play in the third quarter. Here comes the return near the
Illegal
third.
block. Receiving team.
Woody Hayes is going spastic on the sidelines. So many penalties on his Buckeyes, and it's Cousineau again. So after a 25-yard return by Griffin is nullified on the holding by Cousineau, the Buckeyes will start 1st and 10 on their 15, trailing by 14. We need this ground and pound to start working here. And let's try. Let's go read option. Read option right. Archie Griffin. There comes the option, and Griffin is smothered under.
Personal foul. Offense.
Oh my God! How many more penalties can I get on the Ohio State offense? I thought at least when I heard personal foul, I thought we were going to pick up 15 the other way. Half the distance, personal foul on Daniele. So it is 1st down and 18 from the OSU 7. Triple option left. Triple option left. Archie Griffin again. And there goes the option. And Green holds on to it. Oh, I like that play. Gain of 6. Let's clock stops. He got knocked out of bounds. Jordan credited with the tackle. That's Jordan's 9th tackle. All right, let's go triple option left again. Let's go triple option right. They got the Dills in. He's the worst defender. Triple option right this time. Griffin. Green running the option. Pitches out to Griffin. 6 yards. And that's Sharp's 10th tackle for the Tide. 1:08 left in the third quarter. Clock stops as Griffin was knocked out of bounds. Triple option left. Pete Johnson. Green holds on to the ball. He doesn't give it. Only a gain of 1. 53 seconds left. Let's go to the hurry up. Triple option left. Archie Griffin. Are you sure about this play? Well, yeah, why wouldn't I be sure about the play? Yes. There's the pitch. Come on, Griffin. Picks up 3. Knocked out of bounds. Clock stops. Oh, that was 4th down! Oh, nuts! Oh, Al. All right, that's not right. Oh, shit. That's why they were asking. I thought it was 3rd. I looked at the third quarter thing. Oh, you dumbass. Oh, nuts, 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 nuts. I looked at the third quarter. Why would I look at the third quarter thinking it was 3rd down? Woody Hayes is going to punch me in the face. All right, well, that stinks. That stinks. That stinks. I thought it was a 3rd down. My faux pas. My faux pas. But had it worked, I would have been brilliant. Shoot. All right. Dive play, Clark. And he's smothered under by Kuhn. And that ends the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football. Bama's up by 14, 35-21 over Ohio State. Going to hand it off to Verspile. Trap right. And there goes Bama. And Brown and friends for the Buckeyes smother him under. That's Brown's 2nd tackle. No gain. They're not 62% chance of making a field goal from here. Run count, play action, run counter. Clark trying to pick up his 4th touchdown, trap left. And there's Clark, and he is brought down after only a 2-yard gain. And here comes the field goal team for Bama. Davis, 67% chance of making it. The snap, the place, the kick, and it is good. 38-21. As Brad says, I've done the same thing more than once, Al. I looked, I said, oh, it's third down, let me try this. I looked at the stupid, that's my fault. And I was thinking about, it's only a game, but that's aggravating. I looked at the wrong thing. Well, now we need a touchdown. I play as both teams, but I looked at the wrong thing. You see where it says fourth quarter? Well, it was a third quarter then. I looked up real quick, and I went, oh, it's third down. When I should have looked, in the right spot, like 1st and 10. Why I looked up there and thought it was third down, I don't know. Here's the kickoff by Alabama. They're up by 17 now, and here comes a return by Ohio State. 24-yard return by Archie Griffin. Pell with the tackle. And it's 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. On their 26. Split backfield, Griffin and Johnson, Bashnagel and Willis the wideouts, Kane the tight end. Time getting short for the Buckeyes. Griffin. Screen to Archie Griffin. We need this to pop for big yards. Griffin has it. Come on, Archie. Come on, Archie. Get those legs churning. Get those legs churning. Gain of 16. They go to going off the field, the worst defender for Alabama. Dill, and he will not return. So 1st and 10. Buckeyes down 17 on their 42. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. Archie Griffin, they're going screen again. Green doesn't like what he sees. He's going to go dive. Pete Johnson. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. Go, Pete, go! 11-yard gain. They go to the hurry up. Back-to-back plays. Move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 47. Buckeyes in a hurry up. Split backfield. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Archie Griffin. Screen. Back to passes Green. Incomplete. Tremendous pass rush on Green. And they were keying Griffin on top of it. Green now 5 of 10, 54 yards and an interception. He did have a huge scramble, a couple of big runs. Pete Johnson, dive play, 2nd and 10. Johnson up the middle. He only picks up 3, tackled by the Tide defender Williamson, and now Williamson has 6 tackles. 3rd and 7, Al. Right there, 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Short and quick to Bashnagel. 3rd and 7. Quick drop. Complete to Bashnagel. And he's got the first down. Gain of 10. Bashnagel, 3 receptions, 33 yards. They go to the hurry up once again. Down by 17 with 12:36 left in the ball game. Bama 38. Buckeyes 21. Archie Griffin. Trap left, Archie Griffin. There goes Archie. And not much there. In fact, nothing at all as Jordan picks up his 10th tackle. No gain. No gain. 2nd and 10. Short and quick to Bashnagel. Quick drop. Under pressure. Jordan with the sack.
Holding defense.
And holding is finally a flag on Bama.
Down.
As Clark, who also is a running back and a cornerback, was holding. Where's Clark? So he was holding on Bashnagel. So that's why we couldn't get the ball to Bashnagel. 1st and 10 on the Bama 29. Run counter, Pete Johnson. Trap right. Come on, Pete. Break it, buddy. And he does not get much, only 2 yards. Sharp with his 12th tackle. Buckeyes again go to the hurry up. Screen. Archie Griffin. Green back to pass. Under pressure. He throws. Incomplete. Williamson providing the pressure. Bama, not only do they put pressure on the quarterback Green, they were keying Archie Griffin. 2 down territory here with 11:33 left in the game, and Bama up by 17. The winner goes to the Mini 4 championship game. Third and 8. Third and 8. Short out. Short out to Bashnagel. Green back to pass, looking, and he is sacked by Sharp. Loss of 6. The 4th sack of Green. That's Sharp's first sack. They were coming with a delayed blitz, doubling Willis. So Bashnagel had one-on-one coverage, but not enough time to get him the ball. Field goal is out of range. They're going to go for it. Up to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 14. Archie Griffin's going to go out wide. Johnson staying in the block. Kane staying in the block. Need 14. Medium hitch. Medium hitch to Bashnagel. 4th and 15. Yes, this time I mean to go for it. Green back to pass. 2 extra blockers. He takes off running, but he will not make it. Gain of 9. Tackle by Jordan. Turnover on downs. Yeah, I know. They're playing pass defense next. It is what it is, Brad. So here comes Joe Namath. Before he was Joe Wooly Namath. And Bama. Wow, we only have one tight end. Battle's got to play because the other tight end is out. So all we're going to do is give the ball to Verspile. Trap left. Ground and pound up by 17. 1 yard gain. They'll go to the slowdown. Tackle by Beeman. That's his 5th. The Tide taking their time out of the huddle. Namath Saunders up to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield of Clark and Verspile. Williamson and Stevens, the wideouts. Battles the tight end. I highly doubt we're going to throw the ball anymore. Here's Verspile once again. Off tackle left. And there he goes. And he is whomped by the front 7 of the Buckeyes. No gain. Tackle by Kuhn. 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the ball game. 3rd and 9. Will we let Namath throw the ball? 3rd and 9. He's going to go screen to Clark. 3rd and 9. Namath back to pass. They hit Clark. This could be a first down. No! What a tackle by Thompson! Holding him to 7 yards. Coming out of nowhere, Thompson, a heat-seeking missile, plants Clark into the grass here at their Orange Bowl. 4th and 2. And Bama will punt. Cowell comes out to punt back deep for the Buckeyes. Fox. Here's the punt by Cowell. Fox fields it around his 30, and he calls for the fair catch on the 41-yard punt. That's the best punt of the day for the Bama punter, Cowell. So 9:06 to play in the game. Ohio State time is getting short. They're down 17 to 62. Crimson Tide 38 to 75. Buckeyes 21. The winner goes to the Mini 4 championship game in our tourney. Griffin and Johnson split backfield. Bashnagel and Willis the wideouts. Green's under center. Long slant to Willis. Green back to pass, looking under pressure. He tries to dump it down to Archie Griffin. But he was in the arms of the safety, Pell. And it is 2nd and 10. Bashnagel, short slant. Green back to pass again, steps up, intercepted by Clark. And here comes the Tide offense with 8:43 to play. Handoff for Spiel, dive play up the middle. They're going to chew up clock now. And he struggles to get 2 yards, tackled by Thompson. Bama in the slowdown, again split backfield, 2 wideouts, 1 tight end. Going to give the ball to Clark, trap left. There's Clark, trap left, and brought down hard by Bonimici. That's his 2nd tackle. 3rd and 8. 7:53 to play in the game. Bama 38, Buckeyes 21. Verspile. Trap left. Picks up three. Brings up 4th down. Clock still running. Bear Bryant says keep the O on the field. Clock running. 4th and 5. Namath goes into shotgun. Draw. Verspiel. Here we go. 4th and 5. Here's the draw, and he is brought down. Picks up 3. Turnover on downs. Brown makes the tackle, but there's only 6:39 left in the ball game. And the 1962 Alabama Crimson Tide 38. The 1975 Ohio State Buckeyes 21. Griffin's going to go out wide. Johnson and Kane will stay in the block. Green goes in probably a shotgun. I don't know how many times they played shotgun at Ohio State in 75. And we're going to look for Archie Griffin on a medium fly. Shotgun snap. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Incomplete as he checked down to Bashnagel. As they came with, it looked like they came with everybody. 4 blitzers. And finally, the Ohio State picks up the blitz. They decided with 6:30 to play, they pick up the blitz. But Green, so shell-shocked, quickly released to Bashnagel, who was well covered by Clark. So 2nd and 10. Again, Griffin will go out wide. Shotgun for Ohio State. Johnson and Kane will stay in the block. It's going to be short and quick to Archie Griffin. Hopes that he breaks a tackle and goes to pay dirt. Incomplete! Wilson disrupts that play on the blitz. So it's 3rd and 10. Green under center, split backs. Griffin and Johnson, Bashnagel and Willis, the wideouts. Short and quick to Bashnagel. Green's going to audible out of that. He's going to go medium fly to Willis. Green back to pass, scrambling away, and he is brought down from behind by Wilson.
Defense. 5-yard penalty.
So a 5-yard penalty on the offsides will nullify the sack. And it's 3rd and 5 with 6:16 to play in the game. Moore comes in for Kane at tight end. Griffin and Johnson split backs, Bashnagel and Willis the wideouts. Moore is the tight end. Moore and Pete Johnson will stay in the block. Again, we're going to look for Bashnagel here. On short and quick to Bashnagel. Green back to pass. Incomplete. 4th and 5. Got to pick it up. 4th and 5. Archie Griffin. Screen to Archie Griffin. 4th and 5 from the 28 for the Buckeyes. Complete to Griffin. Come on, Archie. Tackled by Wilson. Gain of 12. First down. Here come the Buckeyes. They need to score quickly. Long fly. Long fly to Bashnagel. Green back to pass. Scrambling. He throws as he tries to dump it down to Moore, the tight end, as he was under tremendous pressure. 5:18 left in the ball game. Ohio State trails by 17. Griffin goes out wide. Moore and Johnson stay in the block. Medium fly, Archie Griffin. Green back to pass, looking under pressure, and he is sacked as he is Malachi crunched. The sack will go to Pell, and that's his 2nd. It's the 5th time Green has been sacked. Clock running. He gets up. They quickly get to the line of scrimmage. They're in the hurry up. 3rd and 17. Screen. Archie Griffin. Griffin has it again. Can he turn it upfield? He does. Tackled by Wilson. Gain of 9. 4th and 8. 4:07 left to play. Again, quickly to the line of scrimmage come the Buckeyes. They got to go to their money man, Archie Griffin. Screen. 4th down. Under pressure. Again, Griffin with the screen. Heads up field past the 50. Brought down at the 46 by Wilson. Now, long hitch. Archie Griffin. Back to pass is Green. He rolls away under pressure. Complete the Bashnagel down underneath. Gain of 13. Did he get out of bounds? Nope. They go to the hurry up. Back to the line of scrimmage. We need a touchdown here. Bomb post. Ah, that's a disaster. Medium out to Bashnagel. Green back to pass. The pocket collapses as he goes down for the 6th time sack by Wilson. That's his first sack. Loss of 10. 2:45 left in the game. Bama 38. Ohio State 21. Bashnagel tiring now. So is Willis. Long hitch to Willis. Green back to pass again. Pocket collapses and Battle brings him down. That's a 7th sack on Green. Ohio State fans booing. Clock running. 3rd and 25. Screen to Archie Griffin. As we're marching backwards. Griffin has it. Come on, Archie. And the 11-yard pickup. 1:36 left in the ball game. 4th and 14. Screen to Archie Griffin. This is it, folks. Here comes the screen. Archie Griffin. Again, Griffin has it. Can he pick up the necessary yardage? He's close! And he does! Timeout. 1:05 left in the game. Archie Griffin. Does he have 24 receptions? Holy cow. No, that's 24 carries. That wasn't a carry. Oh, yeah, that long run. That's right, I forgot about that. 1:05 left in the game. We've really got to score here, and then I'll have to take control. I would assume the computer will onside kick it. But I'll take control of Ohio State to make sure they onside kick it if we score. Harrell's now in at wideout as Bashnagel's exhausted. We're going to go long slant. Willis. Green back to pass. Here comes a pass rush. He throws underneath, and it is dropped. A check down to Logan, who came in for Archie Griffin. Now Griffin's back. Roach is now in the game as Johnson was exhausted. 53 seconds left in the ball game. Screen pass. Archie Griffin. Can he score from this distance? He'll make the catch. He has some blockers. Archie churning. Cuts to the middle. Ogden with the tackle. Gain of 13. Ohio State uses their 2nd timeout. Only 38 seconds left. Down by 17. Screen to Archie Griffin. And he's going to score on this, folks. No! Hurlburt gets him. Ohio State uses their last timeout. 2nd and goal from the 6. Corner fade to Moore, the tight end. Green back to pass. He lobs it up. Touchdown in the corner. But a little too late. As they'll make the score a little respectable. As it's now 38-27. Here's the extra point. And it's good. We're going to watch for the onside. And here comes the onside kick. And Ogden recovers for Alabama. And that's the ball game, folks. That is the ball game. So Woody Hayes will be none too happy with those results. Alabama moving on to the mini tournament championship game. They will face the winner. If you do not know, go check it out, between Army and Navy. The 63 midshipmen versus the 1945 Cadets. What a ball game that was last night, folks. As Bama's defense was insane. The screen worked at the end because I didn't even look at what defense they're playing, but they had to be playing some sort of soft coverage. Ohio State loses by 10, 38-28. Let's go to the box score and call it a stream. Let's bring up the box score. Before we do that, let me say thank you to the people in the chat. Brad62, thank you very much. William Fergazy, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well with you and your wife. As William says, Alan, gentlemen, watching for a few minutes before bed. Thank you for stopping by. The original Grognard, check out that wonderful channel, Military Strategy. Ken Castro. Matt McClinnan, thank you. Stratomatic Delaware, sorry we cannot lead your Ohio State Buckeyes to victory, but I play offense for both teams. I tried my best. Check out Stratomatic Delaware, Card and Dice, Retro Sports. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Max Cornelius was in the chat. Check him out. Another nice channel. Tribes Fan 879. He's got the he'll be posting a video quite soon on his Vida Blue 1971 Cy Young season as he's completed his April starts. Again, check out Max Cornelius, Action PC Baseball. And that's everyone. Thank you very much. And for those who watched and didn't join in, who watched later, thank you. Greatly appreciate you spending some time with me. Let's do the box score. As we had a late start, I wanted to play this a little earlier, but, you know, real life happens. And what can you do? So Alabama, here's a scoring summary. Alabama scored at the 11:44 mark of the first quarter, 3-yard run by Clark on a play-action counter pitch-out. Davis with the extra point, 7-0 Bama. They would then score on a 46-yard interception return at the 9:50 mark of the second quarter. Kick was good, 14-0 Bama. Ohio State would score finally, but not by their offense, their defense. A big hit produced a fumble, and Thompson scooped it up and went 6 yards for the touchdown. Extra point good, 14-7. So Ohio State's back in it, right? Wrong. On the ensuing kickoff, they give up 70, I think it was either 72 or 74 yards. On the very next play, Clark goes 8 yards on another counter, and the extra point was good, and it was 21-7. Bama, and that was at the 7:51 mark of the first half. Moments later, another fumble recovery for a touchdown. Sharp, 24 yards, kicked good, 28-7, ball game over. Ohio State did their best to try to rally. They would score 2 consecutive touchdowns at the 4:53 mark in the first half. Pete Johnson, a 5-yard run after a 5-play, 65-yard drive, aided by, I believe that was when Green scrambled for 32 yards to keep the drive alive. The extra point was good. It was 28-14. Then Ohio State in the third quarter at the 8:59 mark, another Pete Johnson plunge from 2 yards out after a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Extra point good, 28-21. Buckeyes weren't dead, but the kick coverage team would fail Ohio State once again, setting up Bama with minute 54 left in the third quarter. A 17-yard touchdown run by Clark. That was his third TD scamper. Extra point was good. 35-21. They would tack on a Davis field goal at the 14:02 mark of the fourth quarter. It was 38-21. And with 7 seconds left, Green would throw a corner fade to the tight end Moore. Extra point good. 38-28. Bama wins. They go to the championship game in our Mini 4 tournament. Let's go to some player stats. Joe Namath, 11 for 25. 187 yards and a pick. His quarterback, he was sacked once. A quarterback rating 53.3. The day goes to the Bama defense, who just slobber-knockered the offensive line of the Buckeyes. Green, 15 of 28, had to throw way too many times. We didn't want him to throw that many times. 158 yards, 2 picks, and a touchdown. He was sacked 7 times and hurried on numerous occasions. Rushing, Clark, 11 for 61 and 3 TDs. Verspiel 17 for 42. Wilson 1 for none. Namath 1 for -7. Alabama 30 rushing attempts, 96 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Archie Griffin, Heisman Trophy winner, 23 carries, 130 yards. His long run of 41. He had 3 runs over 10. Pete Johnson 18 for 79 and 2 touchdowns. Green, the quarterback, 16 rushing attempts. I think they count the sacks as rushing attempts for 11 yards. He did have that huge 32-yard run. Daniele, on a weird play where Green was under pressure and he flipped it to the lineman, he went for 4 yards. He fumbled the ball, but they recovered it. Logan 1 for -4. Reception-wise, Clark for Bama 6 for 11. Wilson 6 for 79. Wilson 2 for 72. Battle 1 for 11. Hopper 1 for 12. Stevens 1 for 13. For the Buckeyes, Archie Griffin 9 for 95. So he had a good offensive day. He tried his best. Bashnagel 4 for 46. Pete Johnson 1 for 11. Moore 1 for 6 and a touchdown. Willis, well, 2 attempted tosses to him, no connect-ups. Fumbles. Johnson fumbled, but they recovered it. And Delaney fumbled, and I think they recovered that one too. And then fumble recoveries, those are Thompson for a touchdown for Ohio State, and Willis. Namath fumbled once, and Sharp on the defense had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. It was a hard-hitting, at times sloppy game, but it was exciting. Davis in the kick game, 1 for 1 for field goals, 5 for 5 for extra points. Kablan, 0 for 1 on the field goals. What a difference that would have made, because if he made that field goal, they would have been down. It didn't matter, not enough time. And I had the full power. I went for it by accident on 4th down. They kicked the field goal. Anyhow, could have been different, but oh well. He was 4 for 4 for extra points. The punting game, Scal Landy had a 53-yard average on 6 punts. Caldwell, 37-yard average on 4. Namath with a pooch punt of 19 yards. Where's the kick return game? That's where that really hurt Ohio State. Where's the kick return game? Oh, there it is. Right here. I want to take a look at that. Kick returns. Wilson averaged 55 yards on the returns, on 3 returns. That was a killer. That was a killer. Yeah, that's awful. So, and again, I'm playing as both offenses, so I have no dog in the fight. But that was a killer if you're an Ohio State fan, even in this sim. Leading tackler for Alabama, Sharp with 13, followed by Jordan with 12. Pell and Wilson each had 10 sacks. They sacked Green 7 times. Sharp once, Jordan once, Pell twice, Wilson once, Williamson once. Interceptions. Wilson had an interception that was for a touchdown, and Clark had a pickoff. Ohio State, the leading tackler was Rule. He had 1 sack, and that's the only sack they had of Joe Namath. They only hurried Namath 5 times. They hurried Green, Alabama, 10 times. He was under duress on almost every play. So the leading tacklers, Rule and Thompson with 7, Kuhn with 6, Beeman with 5. Team stats. Net offense for Alabama, 283 yards. Ohio State had more net offense, 378, but they just didn't score, and they got a lot in garbage time at the end. Turnovers, Bama had 2 turnovers. Ohio State 3. But the kick return game, the kick coverage team, that was the killer. Again, I'm not playing on defense or any of that stuff. And even when you play this game, you just say, put the you're kicking off deep or short or something like that. So, time of possession, Bama, 24 minutes and 13 seconds. Ohio State, 35 minutes and 47 seconds. But it's not the time of possession that Woody Hayes likes. So that's the ball game, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll have the championship game. I'm looking to play the championship game maybe Thursday or Friday. Possibly sooner, but I think we'll play a little out of the ballpark tournament tomorrow and get back to our football tournament. We also have to do our Denny McLean start, so full plate coming up as always on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Let's put back up the scoring summary. So thank you again very much. Take care. Oh, Andre Ford joined us. I got to reply back to your comment, buddy. Andre, when I reply back to your comment, I'm going to put a link, and you can download a bunch of free teams off of this replay, Field of Dreams replay site. Do not download the 1960 teams, though. The file is corrupted. It'll lock your game up, and then you have to delete the file out. But the 70s teams for college and the 80s teams work fine. You just have to click on the right file. Living My Rhapsody stops in to say hello. Lovely, lovely young lady. Big Game of Thrones fan in Westworld. She had a live stream tonight. Normally I jump over there, but I was preparing for my stream. But always greatly appreciated. Have you ever heard of that site, Andre? I'll put the link in on when I comment back. And I'm glad you're enjoying Action PC Football. This is my favorite PC football game. Then second would be Second and 10. And I do like Strat. It's just Strat's okay. I like them all. So, but this is my favorite. So thank you very much, everyone. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. I'm doing okay. As Living My Rhapsody asks how I'm doing. I'm okay. Hope all is well with you, my friend. I'll check out some of your stream. I'll listen to some of it at lunch tomorrow at work. So, health and happiness. Watch out for that big pop over the middle. Remember. Oh, so Andre, I'll put it in the link, but do not download the 60s teams. The 1968 season you could download. That came out really good. I actually played a few games of that. All the teams the guy put. But the 1960, there's two files, 1960. I'll put it in the comment. Do not download them. I tried to download them 5 times. They're corrupted. And I had to delete them or my game wouldn't start up again. So. All right. Thank you very much. Health and happiness. Till next time. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. Peace.